Hello, friends. Do you love to travel and learn about new places and things? Great! Then you are in the right place. Join Jasmine the cat and Gracie the tortoise as they have fun exploring the USA, the world, and beyond.
Hello, friends. It's Jasmine, the Jazzy Gray Cat, here with my bestie Gracie, the super smart tortoise. Say hi, Gracie.
Greetings, my good friends. Gracie here. I'm so glad you joined us today because we're in Turkey.
Turkey? I thought we had turkey on Thanksgiving with stuffing. Or are we going to visit a turkey?
Neither, Jasmine. We're here in the country of Turkey, and before you ask, turkey birds do not come from Turkey. These birds are native to North America.
How did you know I was going to ask that? You're so smart, Gracie.
Thank you, Jasmine. I do enjoy learning. The country of Turkey is on a large peninsula that is on both the continents of Europe and Asia.
Since it's a peninsula surrounded by water on 3 sides, there's the Black Sea, the Mediterranean Sea, and the Aegean Sea. Istanbul, the largest city in Turkey, is in both Europe and Asia. It's on land that's in the Bosporus Seaway. But Istanbul isn't the capital. That's Ankara.
Absolutely correct. Children who live on the European side of Istanbul go by ferry to visit grandparents in the Asian side. The people are known as Turks, and they speak Turkish.
Turks are friendly and love their families. They invite visitors into their homes and make sure they have something to eat and drink before they leave.
Now, Jasmine, no need to worry, but Turkey is one of the places on Earth that has the most earthquakes. There have been 13 earthquakes in the past 70 years.
Oh no, Gracie, another dangerous country to visit. Why?
The North Anatolian Fault goes through much of Turkey. A fault is a crack in the Earth's surface. This fault moves back and forth about 8 inches a year. The movement of the two pieces of Earth cause earthquakes to happen. But they're not always big ones. Sometimes they just feel like the ground is moving.
A little earthquake might be fun to feel. I'm going to have my feet ready. We can see lots of birds here because Turkey is a resting place for birds when they're flying between their summer and winter homes. You know, their wings get tired and they need to stop for a snack. A lot of them stop at Bird Lake, which is a national forest.
Another area of natural beauty is Pamukkale in western Turkey. The word Pamukkale means cotton castle, which is a great description of these white cliffs here. They're made of a calcium-rich mineral called travertine. The cliffs look like a sheet of ice covering a hillside from a distance. A spring flows from pool to pool, and as early as ancient Roman times, people used these warm thermal waters for bathing.
That sounds really cool, but I want to start here in the Cappadocia area to see fairy chimneys. I hope real fairies live in them. We've seen a lot of fairy stuff in our travels, but never any fairies. I wonder why.
I suppose fairies are just very shy.
I guess so. Gracie, why are we here so early? I bet the fairies are still sleeping. And what is that loud roaring sound?
What you're hearing are hot air balloons getting ready for flight. How about we get a view of Cappadocia from the air?
Oh my gosh, Gracie! Yes, that's a great idea! And our balloon is a beautiful rainbow. The pilot is making the balloon rise with hot air that looks like a fire blazing.
Jasmine, look down. What do you think of Rose Valley?
Jinkies! The rocks are pink! So totally me.
How would you like living in one of the cave houses built here by early Christians to escape from their enemies?
Fun! Look, over there, I see them, the fairy chimneys. They're perfect. I bet lots of fairies live here. Tall rock columns have domed roofs on top. They do look just like chimneys. And there are even holes in the rock that look like windows and doors. How did the houses get here?
The land was made by volcanic erosion. The ash from the volcano became soft rock called tuff, and the tough rocks were worn away by wind and water, creating fairy chimneys.
Amazing!
Before we move on, we must explore the underground houses of Kamakla. People have lived here in the Cappadocia area for thousands of years. When invaders like the Greeks and the Romans came, the people built underground cities to hide in. To fool the invaders, they put doors behind big boulders. Holes in the ceilings allowed them to drop spears on their enemies. The people traveled around the city through passageways.
Jinkies, I feel like I'm in a maze going through all these tunnels and rooms. Good thing we're small. It's so much easier to get around. I see the pipes used to let in air, and even rooms for animals.
Turkey is just full of ancient history. I am a quiver to visit Ephesus. This city is over 2,500 years old and was started by Greek people known as Ionian Greek. It is on the Aegean Sea, which is part of the Mediterranean Sea. It was an important spot for ships to stop and trade their cargo. The city was built by Prince Androcles, who was told a fish and a boar would tell him the right place.
Oh, Gracie, fish and boars don't talk. How could they tell him?
Well, this is what happened. Androcles was frying a fish over a fire. The fish fell out of the pan and landed in the bushes. The bushes caught on fire and a boar ran out. So he built his city on the site of the bushes.
That really is a funny story, and I know a boar is a wild pig. But I heard another story. This one says that Ephesus was founded by the Amazons, a tribe of women warriors, and they named it after their queen, Ephesia.
That's just a legend, Jasmine, just like my story of the boar and the fish.
I don't care. I like it better because it has brave girls. Okay, let's start exploring. All I see are a lot of buildings that look broken.
Jasmine, those buildings are thousands of years old. It is amazing that even parts of them are still here. One of the most famous was the Temple of Artemis, who was the Greek goddess of hunting and wild animals.
I guess you're right. Let's find Artemis's temple.
Unfortunately, Jasmine, all that's left of the temple are these stones on the ground to show where it once stood.
Oh no, I really wanted to see Artemis. She sounds brave like the Amazons.
She was an important goddess to the Greek people. What do you think of the amphitheater?
It looks great for being 2,000 years old. I can just imagine cheering crowds as they watched plays, listened to people talk, and cheered on the gladiators as they challenged and fought each other. Gracie, what is this bench over here with all the holes in the seat?
Why, Jasmine, that's a 2,000-year-old bathroom. 50 people could use it at the same time.
Right here? In public? All together? No privacy? I don't think I would have liked that. And didn't it smell?
I agree with you that it wouldn't be very private, but a stream of water flowed underneath it and washed everything away.
Well, I think modern bathrooms are a very great invention. Any place else before we go?
Now you know I can't leave before we visit the Library of Celsius.
You're right, Gracie. How could we forget a library?
I really can't imagine how. It was built to honor the Roman Senator Celsius by his son in 135 A.D. The library had 12,000 scrolls and is also where Celsius is buried.
Scrolls? I thought libraries had books.
No, there were no books because books hadn't been invented yet. Information was stored on rolled-up paper called scrolls.
Wow, imagine! No books. Okay, Gracie, where is the library? All I see is the front of this 2-story building.
That is the library, Jasmine. Most of it was destroyed in an earthquake. Only the front part, or the facade, remained. And much later, another earthquake destroyed the facade, but it was rebuilt.
Well, this facade sure is fancy. It has 8 columns on the first floor and 8 on the second. Let's climb the staircase. It only has 9 steps. Ooh, the ceiling is so pretty with that lacy pattern in the marble.
Did you notice that the columns are decorated with plants and mythological creatures like Pegasus? Those 4 statues of women represent the ideas of wisdom, virtue, insight, and knowledge. Perfect for a library.
Gracie, it was really fun to explore this ancient city. How about a break before we go to Istanbul? I have a library joke ready. What do librarians take fishing?
Why, of course they take a book. They read while they're waiting.
I guess they do, but the answer is bookworms.
I suppose they would need those too. What building has the most stories?
I know, the library. My favorite place was the balloon ride at Cappadocia to see the Fairy Chimneys. How about you?
My favorite place was the library at Ephesus. Of course. How about you, friends? What was your favorite place? Don't forget to tell someone you love.
And come back next week for Istanbul. Bye now. Say goodbye, Gracie.
Goodbye, my dear friends. See you next time.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining Jasmine and Gracie on their adventure today. Come back next week for the next one.
Hello, everybody. It's Gwen here. If you want to know more about the places we visited, just go to our website, jasmineandgracie.podbean.com, and go to the sources page, and you can find out all about the great places that we visited. See you next week. Bye-bye.